Okay, you guys, yesterday we finished our planning sheet for our personal narrative writing, our organizing sheet. It should look like this. You should have your hook, you should have your characters, your setting, your problem. You should just have a basic idea of what happened first, next, then, and last. Okay? Today, what you're going to do is you're going to start writing. Remember, writers write long and strong. We don't stop writing. I want you to turn to your next clean page and you're going to get a highlighter and you're going to highlight this margin. This red line on your paper is called a margin. There's one on each side. I want you to highlight both of them. Okay? I also want you to know that you're going to skip lines. So for this time, you're going to highlight every other line. So you're going to leave the top line not highlighted, and then you're going to highlight this line, skip a line, next 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 line, all the way down the page. Okay, remember we talked about how a personal narrative has a beginning, a middle, and an end. And in the beginning, we introduce the setting and the characters. In the middle is when the big problem happens. And then in the end, we talk about how it gets resolved or the resolution or the solution, whatever you want to call that. Okay? Our story always starts with a hook when we're writing a personal narrative. That's how you get your reader's attention. We wrote our hook on the other page, so I'm going to copy my hook directly from the other page. Have you ever fallen and felt like you can't get back up? Okay? I'm going to put the date at the top. 9. Great. I'm going to indent like we learned about when we were writing. Have you ever fallen and felt like you could not get back up? Okay, that's my first sentence of my beginning. I'm going to add another sentence. One morning, in May of 2025, I was running late for an important meeting. I was at my house, but I still had to finish packing everyone's lunch. That's the end of my beginning. I asked my hook question. I told you my setting, and I introduced myself. Okay? Now I'm going to start my next paragraph. Remember, a paragraph starts a new idea. This is going to be my middle, where I introduce my problem. Okay? I had already packed my lunch when my daughter Reagan Okay, on this side, I'm going to go really quickly and I'm going to do my highlighting of my margins. And I'm going to highlight my skipped lines. Okay, so I'm going to go back and read that sentence so I make sure I know what I'm talking about. I had already packed my lunch when my daughter Reagan came running up and stole it. Okay, so there's my problem. Reagan stole my lunch. I turned and started chasing after her. Oops. Her. I turned and started chasing her to grab it. There was a big problem though. Earlier that morning, when I was making waters, I spilled and didn't clean it up. When my foot hit the water, I slid and fell down to the ground hard. I heard my ankle pop. Oh, I need another page. I'm going to do the same thing with my highlighter. We want to make sure that we start writing at this line and stop writing at this line. Okay, let me go back and read that so I can make sure I make sense. I slid and fell down to the ground hard. I heard my ankle pop and I screamed at the top of my lungs. Mm-mm. Okay, I'm going to stop here for today. Okay, I will finish writing this story with you on Thursday. Thanks, you guys. Make sure that you're working really hard. When you're working, you're starting writing here at this margin and you're finishing your line here. You're making sure that you have a capital, your sentences make sense, and you end with punctuation. Remember, your beginning introduces your characters and your setting. Your middle has your problem. And I want a lot of details. The reason why we're skipping lines is because when we go back and revise and edit, you need that space to revise and edit. Thank you.